A lot of people ask me about setup, or write to me or call me and say I don't feel really good about playing the violin. I don't feel comfortable playing the violin. So this video is really about how to try and adjust the violin to have the best sound as you can, and also to avoid pain and try to be comfortable. First thing I want to say though is that I use a shoulder rest, and some people do not. Some people even swear by not playing with a shoulder rest. This is good. I'm not saying it's not. It just doesn't work for me. So this is really about how to adjust your violin with a shoulder rest. Now, the first and really one of the greatest problems that violinists have with the setup is that the violin is not lying stable on the collarbone. And how do we check if it's stable or not? You just do like me, put the violin on, second position, first and second fingers, raise your head. If you feel like doing this, if you feel that everything is squeezing, if the violin actually, little falls down, then yeah, it's not stable. To make it stable, it's quite easy. What you need to do is either raise a little bit this side of the shoulder rest, or bring it closer to your body so it goes up the body, and basically you need to be able to do this with ease. Okay, with ease. Because what happens if the violin is tilting? Two things is happening. The first is that you squeeze immediately your shoulder and your chin in order to stop it from falling, and long term that can cause a lot of discomfort and a lot of pain. Secondly is 9 times out of 10 the violin also drops into your hand, which is really hard to vibrate or make your vibrato. It diminishes your vibrato. Lots of problems there. Also maybe intonation shifting. So basically, in order to achieve the best situation with the violin, we have to make sure that the violin is stable. It doesn't need to be fixed. There's one of those there's a shoulder rest that go over the shoulder and kind of blocks everything. I didn't have very good experience with that. I do think that you need to be able to move your head. You need to be able to vibrate, move your body. But essentially, you need to be able to do this. Now, the next item is the chin rest. Many people with long necks fall into this kind of trap that they raise their shoulder rest to extreme heights. Seriously, you can bungee jump from them. And then they have a very, very little chin rest. So that what happens is that the violin is raised up and doesn't touch the collarbone. This makes the violin very unstable, feels very unstable, and usually this kind of extreme filling up the gap, it is not good for your body, because we drop the shoulder and then we squeeze back in. It's not recommended. I'm not saying that people with long necks should play like this. If you are playing like this, stop, seek help, look at the mirror, try to figure out the way to do it. I'm not blessed with a long neck, but probably quite an average neck. But if you have that kind of problem, my suggestion is to try to raise the chin rest by putting cork slices underneath and getting a slightly higher chin rest, or even putting some cloth or material above to beef it up, so it will be kind of the same height if possible. So so it's not going to have like a huge distance from the collarbone, and then a very, very small, very thin chin rest. So basically it's about balance and trying to keep the violin on your collarbone and stable is very important. Then the chin rest itself, there are so many kinds. You need to go and check, you need to go and see what's good for you, but I would suggest trying to find a chin rest which doesn't stick your head into one position. So if you are playing and you end up like this, or even if you end up like this and you feel that you cannot move your head, that's not good. You need to be able to to roll around, to do all of these things, because this is that kind of stagnant is what causes your pain, because If you move, you relax, and if you stay still, then you do not. If there's anything else, let me just think about it. I think we covered. Oh, one more thing. Yes. This is a typical mistake that we over squeeze, because our this muscle, our neck muscle, is really strong, and our chin down is really strong. So this is a trap that we can over squeeze and eventually damage our neck. And because many people put the neck on the violin, and then they go a little bit forward, and you can just see it from the side that they do this and squeeze really hard. This needs actual practice. You need to actually practice scales with thinking about your head as if there's a pillow behind you and you are actually leaning backwards. So you see that at this and this, even if that my head is a little bit tilted, but if I move to you like this, just talk, I feel fine. Do not try to play to hold the violin like this. This is another thing I see. This is not how you play the violin. The violin is held on the collarbone, but also with the hand. So doing this or even doing this is just unnecessary, because the violin is not going to fall if you're going to hold it, and you do not play without support. So try with support. Lift up your head. That's the true test, and see what happens when you can do some shifting exercises and lifting your head after you shift, or vibrato exercises, and then lifting every once in a while, lifting your head. If somebody comes to me with lots of pain, this is basically what I ask them to do: to play 2 or 3 measures, stop, lift, go back in. Hope that was helpful.